Being 5:30, we'll call the meeting to order. We have 4 board members here. We do have a quorum. We're all emailed minutes of the last meeting. I'd take a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved. Second.
Anyone have any questions or changes or comments on the minutes of the last meeting?
Looks good to me.
Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Next item on the agenda is payment of claims. You were emailed the claims. Anyone, I'd take a motion to approve the claims.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded to approve the claims. Anyone have any questions or comments on any of the claims? Seeing no comments, all those in favor of approving the claims signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Approved. Next item is the report of the superintendent. Scotty?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hey, Scotty.
Okay, so as you can see, we've got several items on the agenda tonight. So, of course, the first two are just some DRFs for our Phase 1 projects. Number 79. So this is the final payout of the contract for American Suncraft, which was the Oak Landing Tower job. So that one will be complete. And then we also have an SRF on there for continued engineering work on the Phase 1 projects from Wessler with regard to inspection and construction management. So we also have a couple of change orders on the agenda as well. So we'll start with change order 1, which is for the lift station number 19. So lift station 19, if you remember correctly, that's the lift station that it's a deep lift station, had a lot of problems with it, safety issues and all that, and so it's a rather big job. But that's also the lift station that before construction even started, I can't remember exactly what it was that broke down at the bottom of but it flooded the lift station and took out all the electronics and everything. So basically, we had to accelerate our bypass pumping program. We had to put in a new force main. So there was a lot of stuff that went wrong there, which that's what this change order largely covers, was those added expenses related to having to pump out that space that got flooded and get it cleaned up so the workers could get in there, remove all that old stuff and prepare, for the rest of the job. And it had to be cleaned up, on German Church. And then also on this change order is also an air conditioning unit. So it's not, as you would think, like a house air conditioner. This is an air conditioner that goes on our variable frequency drives, part of the motor assembly, to keep them cool. And so we just had we didn't have a big enough one spec'd on that. So the additional cost is to upgrade from the one that was spec'd to the one that we need to actually cool those two VFDs properly.
Scotty, before you move on, will this change order change the completion date of the project?
I don't remember, was there a time on this one?
They had not requested a time extension, and so far they're still on track to finish here in early November.
Yeah, I hadn't looked at it with November the.
Yeah, I remember talking to the construction superintendent a couple weeks ago, and even with all that stuff that happened, he was still pretty confident that they would actually reach substantial completion by maybe even by the last week of October. So they're making pretty good progress out there.
Any other questions on this change order? We've got it later on the agenda, but now would be a good time to ask questions while Scotty's up here. Okay, Scotty.
Okay, the next one is for our well field project. And this one, if you recall, we've had change orders. 1 and 2 actually were related to well 10 as well. This is the one that had major concrete and foundation problems. So this is the last of that work that was required to finish that. I don't know, Monty, how did we end up doing virtually all 4 sides?
Yes.
So if you remember when we first started this, we were looking at working on maybe 1, maybe 2 walls, but with the understanding that as they get farther into the job, if it looks like there was more concrete compromise, then we would have to expand that. So what this change order does is just finishes that up. This is the last of all that concrete work that was needed to be done. And then there is another item on there also, which is called the mini power zone center. And so this one is something that was left off of the drawing, but it's something that you have to have because you can't operate the wells and the generator specifically
it's the
without
water-
that.
Yeah, it's the water heater jacket and battery charger and some instrumentation and controls that needs to be powered off of it.
So it's not like anything extra we're adding. It's something that we have to have in order for this generator to work properly, but we didn't get it on the drawing. So, and then there is some additional time on this one. But we're also, even with the additional time, we're having our substantial completion walkthrough on this project on October the 25th.
Yes.
Both of these will be done before winter.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully, my goal would be we could close out our Phase 1 loan with SRF before the end of the year.
Any other questions on that change order? Okay, big on.
A couple other items, so Shadeland Avenue and the 46th Street water mains, and I don't remember if I mentioned those last time, but we're in testing, right? And
Shadeland is in service.
Shadeland, the new main is actually in service, so. And then we've got anything, 46th Street is punch list, and then Franklin Road pre-con's coming up? Already had the pre-con, see.
Any other questions of Scott during his report? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So we'll move on. There's unfinished business, none. First item of new business is approval of SRF disbursement form 79 from American Suncraft Company Incorporated for $28,373.27. We have a motion for that item.
So moved.
Move for approval. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Approved. Item number 2 is the approval of SRF disbursement form number 80 from Westler Engineering, $14,814. I have a motion for that item.
Second.
Okay, move for approval and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Okay, item number 3. The approval of change order number 1 for $44,726.50 lift station 19 rehabilitation project. Do I have a motion for approval of that item?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Anyone else have any other questions on that item? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Approved. Item number 4 is approval of change order number 3 for $30,411 for well field improvements. I have a motion for approval for that? Moved and
Move
second. Okay, any other questions on that item?
Just to reiterate, he did say that was the last payment on that well field improvement.
Scott, is that the last payment, or is that the last?
It won't be the last payment because of the pay apps, you know, are coming in from the contractor. This will be the last change order.
Let's change our next, there'll be another payout next month.
Right,
That'll be the final payout.
yeah.
Okay, any other questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Next item is account adjustments. There are none. And we have remonstration of ratepayer disputes regarding disconnect notices. I don't see any.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and second to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Yeah, I do have a
Adjourned.
question.